sunflowers. How are you doing? I hope you're drinking your water and you are painting the world with colors. So, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be doing a little bit of storytelling. I'll be taking you back to my growing up, the things that I did that I'm not proud of, and the things that I wish that I did well, and the things that I am proud of as well, because sometimes you never can get it all right. But someone said something that you don't need to regret your journey. It's part of your journey. So most of the event that happens to you, it is part of your journey. I tend to agree with that looking back now, but I still wanna think that if I had known better, maybe I would have made right choices or do the thing the other way round. So today is a bit of storytelling. If you are ready, I will advise you get a cup of tea or coffee, sit back and enjoy the story. All right, welcome back. So this is storytelling time. Hmm, I don't even know where I'm going to start from, but I must start somewhere. First and foremost, I want to say this: I am from a very loving and prayerful family, and I'm super happy that I am from my family because honestly, I don't even know where I would fit in this world if not being part of my family, if not my own family, like my immediate family, my dad, my mom, my great siblings, and all of them. They've been awesome. And growing up with my family was really something that I really, really enjoyed. And I can't take it for granted. I will not even remove anything from my experience growing up with my family. And it's been awesome. So that's the foundation I want to lay before we can proceed to this storytelling, right? So being the first or from being the first in my family, my parents tend to take everything that I do so serious, right? They tend to take my spiritual life serious, my personal life when in terms of relationship serious, my academic so serious. So everything that has to do with me as the first child of the family was like serious, serious, serious. So, and when dad is always giving advice, he always tell us you need to read your books, you need to avoid boys, you need to be focused. See, guys are just after what is between your legs, so you need to be careful. Don't allow them to touch you. Things like that. I grew up hearing those words from my dad most especially, and it's I don't know, it did something to me. I must say because those words never left me at all. Never left me. So, one of the mistakes that I think I made growing up was walking on eggshell. Now, I'm going to explain to you what I mean by walking on eggshell. I was, I was this girl that was so careful of what she do. I was this girl that was so careful of whatever I'm going to do. I was so careful with my life, and I was so serious with life. Like that, I think that's what I should just say. I was so serious. So there was no time for fun. There was no time for party. There was no time for hanging out with friends. It has to be book, school, church, book, school, church. Things like that. And if you dare say you have a boyfriend, in fact, I don't even know what it means to have a boyfriend growing up. I must say to you guys. I don't know what it meant to say, oh, you have a boyfriend. So I can't forget this incident. I think I was around 14 or 15 or thereabouts. I can't say. I came back from school. So I was a girlfriend of mine. She came to visit. And then she said, somebody likes me. And I was like, who? Who is liking me now? And I said, it's somebody, it's the guy, he loves me, da 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 da, that the guy has been disturbing her about me. And I'm like, please, I don't want trouble. I don't want any boy in my life. Meanwhile, I was in a boarding school. My father was so serious with me that as as the first child and a girl, he had to put me in a boarding school. A female boarding school, in fact, girls boarding school. Do you understand that? That's how strict my dad was. I don't know, maybe he wanted me to be a reverend sister. I don't know. So my when my friend came to the house and was telling me about a guy liking me, I was like, hey, please don't put me in trouble. I don't want any guy to like me. I thought she was joking. This thing. The next day she came to the house and then she handed me a letter. I When she gave me the letter, I was so scared to open the letter. She just told me the guy said I should give you this letter. I took this letter, I hid it inside my clothes. Now guess where I went to read this letter. Funny, seriously, I went to read the letter in the toilet. I locked myself, made sure the toilet door was so locked, and I sat down and I opened the letter and I was reading. I read everything, all the love words that I wrote, very interesting. That time, it was, I mean, I think there was real love then. I don't know about now. All these fake things around. Okay, so I opened the letter, I read it. I was just professing his love, how he loved me, and wrote a whole lot of things. And I was wondering, I don't even know this person. Who's this guy that's admiring me like this? I don't know you. You know, I read it later. I folded it back quietly. I hid it back inside my clothes. Then I came out of the toilet. I was shaking. I was shaking, literally, guys. I was shaking. I was like, God, oh God, what my daddy told me about is about to happen. Like, daddy say, be careful with boys. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So I'm like, it's about to happen. And I didn't want my parents to see the letter, and I didn't want anybody in my family to know about the letter. So I took the letter, and I needed to reply, but I don't even know this person I'm going to reply to. So I took the letter, I went back to my friend's house. I told her she must tell me who gave her this letter. If not, I'm not replying and I don't know what to say. She's not like, that it is my neighbor. I was like, which neighbor? Guys, obviously. So there's this guy that live across my house. It's not like he's my neighbor. He works there. So I was like, oh, you mean that guy that works with one of that man like that? And she said, yes. His name was Emmanuel. Please, guys. And the guy looked so cute. I remember admiring him when that time, just like, hey, this guy is fine. You just say it in your heart, like you not say it out. That kind of feeling. So that's what happened. I was like, do you mean Emmanuel gave you this letter to give to me? Hey, one is liking me. There's a problem. I was not like, I like him, but I can't do anything. My daddy said boys will get me into trouble. So I don't want any trouble with him. So he has better leave me alone. So my friend said, reply and tell him you don't want the relationship then. I said, okay, no problem. So I went. Did you even know where I sat down to write my letter to reply this guy? Hmm. Because I could not write any letter in the house, I had to go to because I have this summer class I normally go to. So I went very early. But I went very early so that I'll be able to reply this later. Reply the guy. So I wrote all my reply, everything. Like it's in a full sheet of paper. I wrote I don't even know. I just know that the whole story was I am not interested. But it was a full sheet of paper. And I don't even know. Full sheet. And I had to attach. Now I didn't know that I was supposed to maybe tear the letter. Do you understand? Like tear it and dispose it. What I did was, I was so naive, I must say. I sent the letter back with my own reply and said, please, this is it. This is my stand. I'm not interested. Take your letter and take your reply. I wonder what that guy must have felt that day. And seriously, as a child, I knew I liked him, but that is advice. You must obey your parents. So I I sent him back the letter. And then I think he got the letter. And I don't know how he knew where I was observing my summer classes where I don't know how. So he came, I think a week or 3 days. I can't remember right now because it's long. But I remember that he came to my class, my summer class. So he came and then he said, he came and I saw him. I was like, what are you doing in my class? What are you doing in my school? And I said he wants to talk to me. I'm like, okay, fine. Now to make the matter worse, no, I think this is what even scattered the whole thing said. So he said, so we went outside to talk. I was lying, my back was on the wall, and then he was in my front. Then put his hand, and then he was talking to me. This is the way you be like, I don't want. I think I was doing like that. I don't want. And my head was down. Just using my leg to count. I don't know what I was counting. Then an elderly person now passed where we were. He now stopped and said, "Hey, you this boy, you want to come and deceive this girl now? You are telling her sweet, sweet thing and seeing that she's drawing something on the floor. The next thing we see that she's pregnant. Ah, God." I was like, this is another, this is my father talking to me again. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So the girl was very angry and he was ashamed, I swear, I guess. But when that man said that, and I quickly to the guy, please, I want to go to the class. I have lectures. I have lectures. I told you I'm not interested. Just go your way. Just go. Just go. I don't want trouble. Just go. So that was how I I did not date Emmanuel. That's his name. I didn't date Emmanuel. But I remember vividly that I was like, oh my God, this guy is so cute. And he's so innocent. I think when I said no to him, he stopped working at his uncle's shop or something because I did not see him again and I didn't bother to ask. But trust me, guys, I was always going there. Like, how you just used to check if he's around. I was I was doing that. But I never saw Emmanuel again. Like I never saw Emmanuel again. I think that's one of my I feel like it's a mistake because maybe I would have given him a friendship hand. Like but I was so careful. I didn't want problem. He was still young, I guess my age as well. But I was so careful because I don't want to, get pregnant. That's the word. I don't want to get pregnant for anybody. My daddy said, if you get pregnant for anybody, you will not go to school again. You'll be stuck in the house. You'll be selling tomatoes. And I'm like, I don't want to sell tomatoes. I want to go to school. Things like that. So yeah.